Hello, everyone. Hi. Island Star, you was just talking about me. What was you talking about? How's everyone doing? It's Friday afternoon. Selena, Melty. Hello. Y'all, I'm so happy it's Friday. Oh, I did you? Okay, so my husband probably took yours to the post office. You probably was in that batch because I packed a bunch of orders last night, including one that trickled in the middle of the night. Um, and so I hurried up and packed that this morning. So he took a bunch to the post office. So maybe that's one of yours. And then I had a couple orders come in right after he left. So depending on when you placed your order, if it was before this morning, then it's probably out in the post office. I'm excited for you to get it. And thanks for supporting me. Let's see who I got over here. Peachy underscore one underscore 708. How are you? Let's see. Talisha 313. Thank y'all for joining in. I'm doing well. Chantel, thanks for asking. Oh no, Selena, they lost your 40 pound of wax. Oh, I would be so pissed. I would be mad. Hopefully that can get resolved because 45 pounds, that's some coins that you just spent. I would be upset. Okay. Hopefully that gets resolved. Oh my gosh. That's a lot of wax. Because I buy in bulk too, so I understand. Um Yay, Peachy underscore 1708. Thank you. I'm doing good. So we're gonna go ahead and get started because I know we're on our lunch break. I'm in the middle of my lunch break. Mine is from 12 to 1. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I wanna give again another course overview because a lot of people are new and I still get a lot of questions throughout the week, which I'm totally fine with answering. And I also try to encourage people like tune into my lives because I give overviews and then literally my course page for those who have signed up or is going to sign up, literally it really digs in deep to let you know what all you'll be getting. But pretty much I designed this course because of trial and error on when I was launching my business and starting my business. I'm not gonna lie, I did research for quite a while, kind of that stop and go research. And then I just kind of went for it. I researched on how to do a pre sale because I launched right when the pandemic started to spike. At the time, I'm thinking, like, oh, about time I want to launch, the pandemic will be over, right? No. So I had to kind of restructure my launching strategy because I was going to do a whole thing, y'all. I was going to have like a nice little like soft launch kind of get together, my friends, family, all my church supporters, and all of that stuff was going to come out. We was going to have a little food. I was going to feature my little sister who bakes and who's trying to get her little business started. I was going to have a couple other young ladies that I know is starting their business, and it was going to be a whole vibe when I launched, and the pandemic just shot that down. So I had to re-strategize how I was going to launch. So I researched my pre-sale and how to do that. My pre-sale went great response. And then I just kind of dove into starting my business. And although, yes, I did research, I always tell beginners sometimes you don't know what you don't know. And you can do all the research in the world, but until you start applying those practices and applying those fundamentals and the basics of starting a business and what you should have in place, sometimes things pop up later while you're operating your business and you're like, shoot, I should have handled this months ago, or I should have thought about that before I launched. Or let's just be real, I don't even realize what I'm getting into. This is a lot to manage. And I'm just trying to find my way and I'm confused. I feel like I'm not hitting everything and I'm missing stuff. And marketing is a lot. It's just a lot that goes into wearing all the hats of a bit as a business owner. So I created this course pretty much to eliminate a lot of the concerns of things like, where do I sell my candles? How do I start? Do I need to form an LLC? And if I do, what does that process look like? What goes into that filing process? What do I need to think about annually to stay in compliant with my state? Sales taxes, that's a biggie. I actually had some issues with that this past year, and my bookkeeper helped me get my behind right back on track. You got to pay those. What type of licenses and permits do I need to operate my business? Now, that is going to vary by state, but that particular section in my course, I really dive in deep about the different licenses and permits that generally, every state requires at different levels. You got the federal level, you got the state level, and even sometimes at the city and county level, there are certain things that are required for you to legally operate your business. We're going to talk about insurance. I actually just have a video up on my YouTube channel today that talks about insurance, but it's more high level, just kind of highlighting the importance of insurance. But in the course, I'm diving in deeper. We're talking insurance. I'm going to give you an example. I'm using my business as an example. What exactly do you need to uh, to cover your candle business? And that is exactly what module 6 is going to cover. We're going to talk about business bank accounts and how to properly manage your funds and how to manage and do your inventory, not just buy bulk products. I see Selena on YouTube. She bought 45 pounds of wax, but after she buys that, there's a managing system that goes into that inventory. She would need to log that. She would need to keep track of how much wax she's using every time she makes batches of candles. There's a whole process to an inventory management system. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to give you some help with how many scents you should offer. As beginners, I always don't overwhelm yourself with wanting to release like 20 cents. First of all, that's expensive. And secondly, you want to be able to handle the workload, especially if any of y'all out there are taking this course and wanting to start a business, but you're still holding down a full-time job, like your girl over here. You got a family, husbands, partners, kids, taking care of your parents. Who knows, what everybody's lives is set up differently. So it's a lot to manage. We're going to also talk about taxes and bookkeeping, which is super important when running your business. I'm actually in my first tax season now. My bookkeeper is finishing up my books, and my accountant, I just gave him access to my QuickBooks, and I finished up my 2020 inventory spreadsheet. I'm making sure all those numbers look good so I can get all of that information to my accountant. There's a lot, in the back end, especially if you're married or if you file taxes with someone. So we're going to talk about that. If you're thinking about forming an LLC, what that looks like in terms of taxes and things like that. So module 6, like I said, we're going to talk about insurance. Again, I'm using my business as an example. I'm going to walk you through what you should supply to your insurance agent. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I just got to eat lunch. What you should supply to your insurance agent, what is necessary, what's the general idea of the application process. I'm actually using my insurance agent as a referral. Her and I have talked, and she's more than happy to help anyone who needs assistance in that area, because starting a candle business, the insurance part is a little tricky. The waters are a little murky, and I say that because yes, I sell candles and wax melts, but there may be someone out there that only sells wax melts, right? There's someone out there that maybe just specializes in candles. Maybe there's a specific type of candle that you offer. There's a lot of fun designs you can do with candles. So what all goes into your final product, that insurance policy needs to cover it. In addition to what you may want to release in the future. So I know you're probably thinking like, well, girl, I'm just trying to get started. I don't even know what I'm going to do in the future. Yes, that's true, but you want to have a general idea on what you may want to release down the line. How many scents are you thinking about having with your final product line? Your policy is going to have to cover all of that stuff. There's a lot of liabilities with shipping flammable products. Candles are flammable. Yes, they can catch on fire. It has happened. I've actually had customers express to me, girl, that's why I only buy I would love to buy your candle, but I only want to buy wax melts because I had an accident. Like us making candles and burning our own candles, we may not have had an accident, so we don't think about customers having an accident, and it is possible that they can come after your business. Just keeping it real. You'd be surprised some of the stories my insurance agent have told me, and I'm just like, yo, I didn't even think about that side of the business. Like many of us don't. We just make our candles and we're ready to get it out to the world, but there's more to it. So we're going to talk about what type of coverage you need and what information you're going to supply to your agent. I'm going to pause and see if there's some questions. I'm looking forward to signing up. Alexis Singleton. She said, I'm looking forward to signing up. Does the course include a candle starter kit? And if not, do you suggest we order one now? So no, the course does not include an actual starter kit. However, I do have a list of supplies. It's a freebie. If you follow me on LadyC's digital headquarters on Instagram, or even the link in my YouTube videos, it will take you to my free resources, and I have a whole list of candle supplies. You can get that freebie, and I have a list of starter kits on there. You do not need one for the course. I am going to have how-to videos on there, going through the basics of making a good candle. However, you don't need any supplies or anything. It's just simply me supplying you a video, walking you through the process. So no, you do not need one. How do you sign up? The link is, Kimberly, the link is in all of my YouTube videos in the description box. It will also be in the description box of this live, or you can go to my IG bio. The link is there. The link will take you to kind of all things LadyC. I have like several links, and you just go to the course link and it will take you to the sales page, and you can read about all of what my course is, what you can expect, and you can sign up there. So just making sure there's no more questions. Okay. Yes, I did see that, Sharmika. I got you all in my list. So thank you so much. I'm excited to meet all of you who has signed up or thinking about signing up. So by the end of the course, you will understand what perfecting the craft of candle making is. Yes, we all are candle makers, but there's nothing like the basics. So we are going to walk through what a good candle looks like, what that entails. So that way we are shipping our customers quality candles. That's important, which is why we need insurance, because you just never know. We're going to understand and develop a unique, I'm going to help you understand what standing out amongst the crowd looks like. There's a lot of candle makers out here. Hello, we all in here together. And we're going to talk about how to make your particular candle business stand out. I know it can be a little intimidating and discouraging, I'm sorry, because you're like, gosh, all these candle makers on Instagram, and I'm looking through their feed, and everything they're doing is so bomb, and how am I going to compete with that? Everybody has a lane. Everybody has a story. At the end of the day, customers aren't buying your products. They're buying your story. They're buying a solution to whatever pain points they need. Candles, there's a lot of benefits to candles, and customers buy candles for many different reasons. So we're going to break that down. We're going to write our business plans. I'm going to help you define your target market so you can understand who to sell to. We are going to walk through a basic startup budget. I get a lot of questions about, well, how much money do I need to even get started? I've been buying stuff here and there, but how much money do I need to actually start building my inventory? So I'm going to walk you through that and give you some coin saving tips. Not saying that what I'm going to suggest to you is cheap or anything, but I like my coins. I like saving my coins. And as a beginner and as a startup business, there is a way to shop around for the same product, but at different prices. And sometimes all the popular names is not always where it is. Just saying. So we are going to work our budget and figure out how to kind of maneuver our coins so we can keep them and not spend so much immediately. You want to reserve as much as you can to continue to fund your operations. We are going to talk about how to properly manage and manage your supplies and your inventory. Like I mentioned, I am going to walk you through step by step how to set up your selling platforms. So if you're thinking about doing Etsy or Shopify, I'm going to walk you through that process. Make sure your taxes is set up, make sure your shipping is where you want it, and all of that stuff. We are going to talk about business insurance, like I said. We are going to learn the differences and benefits between legal structures. Everybody's like, oh, do I need to do an LLC? Do I have to? You absolutely don't. There are some benefits and cons to each depending on where you want to go with your business. So we are going to learn how to think long term. We are going to then walk through the process of legitimizing your business. So I'm going to kind of help you understand what, getting your entire business, all the parts kind of legit, right? Legalized. Of course, bank accounts. We're going to get that. We're going to talk about that. We're going to get more clarity on taxes, permits, licenses, and what is necessary to operate your business. And then we're going to hit on trademarking as well. And of course, the ultimate goal is, of course, to launch, right? So even if you have launched, but you feel like you're still kind of everywhere with your business and you haven't really nailed down a process, you think you're missing some steps, this course is still beneficial in that way. I've invested in courses myself, especially in the finance piece. Although I have a bookkeeper now, I didn't always have her, and I did not start with her. So I had a lot to learn on how to be a CFO, not just a CEO. We're so quick to call ourselves bosses and business owners, but there's a lot that goes into those titles, and you have to streamline and operate your business. There's a strategy behind it, and managing the operations and the financial part of your business is a lot. And so I've invested in courses myself in order to kind of get to the place I am now, and I'm still not where I want to be. So that's why this course is like kind of for beginners or those intermediate candle makers that are thinking about starting a business, or they've started a business but they're lost and they need clarity on the entire operations of running a candle business and the strategies behind that. This is an 8-week course. This is group coaching style. So I say that to say I'm going to be with you for 8 weeks. Whoever signed, I'm sorry, whoever signed up, that is my first group. We are going to be together for 8 weeks. There's 9 lessons. Each lesson will be dripped out each week. I did that with the exception of week 1, which I'm released. There's 2 modules being released in week 1, and then every week it would be one. I did that so we could take it slow. We can walk through the process. We can engage and talk, get clarity, ask questions. Every 2 weeks, I'll be holding what I like to call like bi-weekly live office hours. So we'll be coming together every 2 weeks to talk, ask questions. We're going to talk about the fun activities that we've done or will be doing and sharing our results of our activities. The activities are designed to be fun. The course is enough, right? I'm throwing a lot at you. There's a lot of meat in this course, guys. So I wanted to make sure I threw in some fun as well because candle making is fun. The business part is overwhelming, but I did not want it to feel that way. So although we'll be together for 8 weeks, 8 weeks is a long time. It's almost like taking it back to college, right? You're in a class for a certain amount of weeks and you got activities and things like that. But I've designed it to make it fun, a little bit more hands-on, interactive. We're going to come together every 2 weeks, talk, vent, hash it out, get some clarity. You'll be grouped in what we call accountability pods, and you'll be grouped by time zone, and you'll be able to have a group to lean on and throw out ideas, get feedback, and see where they're at in their course and where they're at in their business and get help. I want this to be very I don't want you to feel alone is what I'm trying to say. Starting a business already feels like you're by yourself. I know I felt alone in a lot of ways because you're constantly trying to seek people and help and have somebody to kind of walk you through certain things. So I wanted this to be very group oriented so we can all kind of come together. It's almost like a big study group. Look at it that way. You come together with your study group like we used to do in college. You bring your lunch and we all go to the library or we go to the commons and we just kind of study and hash it out and talk. It feels a lot more warm that way. So again, you can enroll in the course. The link will be in the description box of all my YouTube videos, also in the my IG bio. The course will be held on the actual course platform, which is podia.com. That is where the course is actually handled, all the material. But most of your work will be in the Facebook group. So if you're thinking about joining and you don't have a Facebook, that will be one of the steps once you enroll. I always send all of my students a list of preliminary things that they need to have to prepare. And part of that is getting signed up for Facebook so you can request to join the group when that time comes. And pretty much all of the modules are broken down into units. So if you've ever been a part of a Facebook group, you know what that units tab look like. And so the units tab is broken out into modules, correlating to the modules in the course. So that way, when you're done with the module, you will not only confirm through the unit that you've completed that course, but it's also a way to keep all of the questions and comments organized for me. I will be monitoring the Facebook group every day, Monday through Friday, um, and answering any additional questions, helping you all get clarity on anything. And it kind of helps us as a group and me as your instructor to stay organized so everyone's comments is not splattered around. Someone's asking a question about module 3 all the way down here in module 4. Like, I want to make sure it's streamlined, and it's also a way for you all to help each other and comment as well. We are a team, and so if you see somebody asking the questions, maybe they missed the live or something like that, and you can tag in and say, look girl, I got you. You can go here and find your answer here, or I think Paris covered it here, so just go to this module. So that's where most of our work will be done, but the course material will be in Podia. It's a mixture of text and videos. I do have some how-tos. I'm also sitting at my desk talking to you and walking you through some things as well. I wanted it to be a mix of learning styles. Some people learn better by watching. There's others that learn better by seeing it through text, and taking notes. So I kind of mixed it up a little bit. We do have some fun activities. There will be assignments, but the assignments are not assignments like that. The assignments are pretty much completing the steps of each phase. So, for example, if one of the assignments is creating your, I'm trying to think of something like applying for a business bank account or something like that, that would be an assignment within that module. So you would go ahead and research what bank you want, talk to a personal banker, get your business bank account. And for example, when you complete that module, you'll go to that unit in Facebook and say, I've completed this module. I don't have any additional questions. I'm pending approval for my business bank account, or whatever you want to say. So it's a way for me to keep track of the progress. It's a way for you to then get hands-on experience with each phase of the business. You're going to literally complete certain steps. And even if you're not ready to launch right after you complete this course, that's fine too, but at least you have the foundation laid. So when you are ready to launch, you can refer back to this course material and finish putting the bells and whistles on your business and then launch, right? You do have lifetime access to the course, not only to the actual course site materials, but I'm also providing kind of like not an ebook, but it's in a form of like a digital product. So that way, if you don't feel like logging into the course system or the platform, you can just refer to your actual digital materials. So you do have like lifetime access as well. So So that is pretty much the overall overview of the course. That's what Module 6 is going to cover. And some of your bonus goodies, I've kind of hit on this past week, but there are bonus goodies that you will be getting from me that are included in the course that I'm excited about. Some of these I have not released to the public yet. So whoever signs up, y'all are like my first kind of people to get some of the new products that I'm releasing digital and with my actual candle business side. So I'm excited about that. One of the other perks is you get to become an affiliate. So anybody that you refer the course to and they actually sign up, you do get to earn a commission from me for referring them to my course. So not you helping her, you helping them out, and I get to further help teach them how to kind of bring all of their aspirations of starting a business together through the material. So I'm super excited about that. You do get the opportunity to be highlighted as a candle biz boss. That's what I like to call it. That's kind of my name for it, where I do want to feature those who have launched. And even if you haven't launched right away, I want to stay in touch with you guys. So through signing up with this course, I have your information. We're going to connect on social media and email, stay in touch. I really want to kind of see your progress and highlight you all on my channel and my social media platforms, because who knows who's out there that's aspiring to start a business too, and they may look at you and see your story and see your journey and be like, I like her, I like him, I want to do this now, right? And so people are inspired and they connect with you through your story and why you started your journey. So I want to highlight you all and stay in touch and watch your progress grow. And I'm starting a LadyC Candle Biz Boss Club. I am still working out all the logistics, but I'm super excited about it once it do happen. And you all will be like my first crew to get access to it. And all of my course alum is what y'all are. The alum of the course automatically gets the free membership to the club. So you all are it. I love you all. I love this community, and y'all just give me so much life. Y'all just keep me going for real. I love helping others. And, people want to start their business. Why not help them get to a point where they have things on the back end lined up and ready to go? Starting a business is already stressful. And so I designed this course to kind of relieve some of those bells and whistles that's turning in your head, and pretty much just hand you over the material and say, look, this is what you got to do. This is the foundation of getting started. And to be successful, you got to put in the work, you got to put in the time, the patience. It's going to take a lot of grit, but that's up to you, right? Your business is what you make it, just like anything in life. You want to be successful, you got to give it your all. It's what you make it. It's the attitude behind it. It's the work ethic behind it. Only you can determine how successful your business is, right? And so we are all going to dive into all of this together. So I'm super excited. Next week, the cart closes on the 26th. I have 2 more lives that I'm going to do about the course next Wednesday and next Friday. And we are going to kind of tie it all to the end before my cart closes. So thank you all to those who have signed up. I'm looking forward to meeting you. Thank you for joining into these lives. I'm here for questions. Shoot me an email or a DM. Faith without works is dead. That is right. Will you be listing the live chat details after Yes. So after this live, the link to everything and all the information will be in the description box. I will put the link there. Is that Season or Sison? You said you had just logged in. No worries. You can watch the replay. So it will be available on my IGTV or on my YouTube live. So no worries if you missed it. But thank you for tuning in. Let's all get back to work. Have a good weekend. And thanks again, guys.